Hello students, let us start our second unit, that is AC circuit analysis. Okay, so far we have discussed DC circuit analysis. So the current was a steady current, so there was no changes in current with respect to time. Okay, that was DC analysis. Now we are going to discuss AC circuit analysis. AC stands for alternating cycle. Alternating cycle, or it is famously called as alternating current. Okay, that means so DC quantities, voltage or current, are constant. It can be voltage or it can be current. So with respect to time, its value, its magnitude of voltage or DC voltage or DC current is fixed. Okay, so there is no change in voltage or current of DC values. But when it comes to AC, okay, alternating cycle or alternating current, so there will be a change in magnitude of that variable voltage or current, AC voltage or AC current, with respect to time. That means so it keeps changing from one value to another value as time is progressing. Okay, so this is what AC means, alternating cycle or alternating current. It can be voltage or it can be current. So DC voltage or DC current is fixed with respect to time, whereas AC voltage or AC current are not fixed with respect to time, they are changing with respect to time. Okay, so this is alternating quantity of voltage or current. Okay, so why this is happening? Why do we get this AC? Okay, so analysis with DC circuits, DC parameters or DC quantities was very simple. So why don't we proceed with DC only? Why do we need to learn AC circuits? So that is important. Okay, so generally electricity is being produced at electrical generating stations is AC, that is alternating current or alternating cycle only. Okay, so the power which is being generated at generating stations is AC only, because the production of electricity is based on one fundamental law, that is Faraday's electromagnetic induction. Okay, so here you can see equation for generation of alternating induced EMF. Okay, so let us brief this, let us try to understand what is this concept, so that you can have basic idea why we are studying this AC circuit analysis. Okay, so here you can see an AC generator uses principle of Faraday's electromagnetic induction. So this is very crucial law. I can say father of electricity is Faraday. Okay, so Faraday's electromagnetic induction, famously called as Faraday's EMI, electromagnetic induction principle. Okay, so generation of electricity is based on this principle, Faraday's electromagnetic induction principle. So what is it saying? It states that when current carrying conductor is a current carrying element, okay, which carries current is conductor. So current carrying element cut the field. So when current carrying conductor cut the magnetic field, okay, so whenever current carrying conductor cut the magnetic field, then EMF induced in the conductor. Yes, EMF means some voltage will be induced. Okay, so inside this magnetic field, a single rectangular loop of wire rotates around a fixed axis, allowing it to cut magnetic flux at various angles is shown below. So here we have a simple generator. So this is one simple generator, I can say. Okay, here you can see, so this is a conductor. Okay, and here we have two poles, north pole and south pole. So magnetic field will pass from north pole to south pole generally. So here we can create a magnetic field, because unlike poles attract each other, so there will be a magnetic field between them. Okay, so now what we are doing, we have placed a conductor here in a magnetic field between north and south poles, and we are going to rotate it. We are going to rotate that conductor in that magnetic field. So if you can somehow arrange to rotate that conductor in that magnetic field, so EMF will be induced in that conductor. That means at the end of that conductor terminal. So these are the terminals, right? These are the end terminals of conductor. So some EMF will be induced across this conductor terminals. That is, EMF is nothing but voltage. So this is how we are going to produce electricity. Okay, we are going to place a conductor and we are going to rotate it in a magnetic field Okay, so an EMF will be induced in that conductor. So when a conductor is rotated in a magnetic field, an EMF will be induced in that conductor. So that this is the basic principle of power generation, electricity generation. Okay, so here what we are doing is, this voltage produced by this conductor is AC type, AC voltage, alternating voltage, because conductor is rotating. So the power which is being generated by the conductor will also be rotating with respect to time. So this is it. Okay, so here you can see, if it is voltage or current, it can be voltage or current. So it always keeps changing with respect to time, it is not constant with respect to time. Okay, so that means you can see here, so let us say this is T1, this is T2. Okay, so up to T1, from 0 to T1, the magnitude of this voltage or current variable is positive, and from T1 to T2 it is negative. That means the value of AC voltage or current is positive for half cycle, and it is negative for another half cycle. It has full this, if this is considered as full cycle. Okay, so one complete cycle, one positive and one negative cycles. Okay, so one half cycle is positive and another half cycle is negative. Okay, it is going positive and negative as time is progressing. Okay, so now why do we need to learn this? Because our generation is AC, so that's why we need to understand this AC circuit analysis, so that we can move further. Okay, so to better understand this theory, I have considered a coil. Okay, so this is a coil, the gray color one is a coil. Coil is nothing but a conductor. Okay, and here we can see there are two poles, north pole and south pole. So in between north pole and south pole there is a flux, that is magnetic field is nothing but flux here. So I am going to rotate this coil so that an EMF will be induced in this coil. Okay, so this entire derivation will give us AC voltage being generated in this simple generator. Okay, so AC voltage value. So at the end of this derivation we are going to get AC voltage, which is given by E is nothing but EMF. Actually generated voltage is nothing but EMF, famously called as EMF. E equal to, it is actually E equal to EM sin omega t, where omega is angular frequency, that is 2 pi f. Okay, so these are crucial points. Okay, we have obtained generated voltage expression in a generator, which is EM sin omega t. Okay, so if you observe this, what is the behavior of this EMF induced in the generator? That is, it is sine wave, right? So what is a sine wave? You can see what is a sine wave. Sine wave starts from 0 and it goes to positive half cycle up to some period, and it goes to negative half cycle up to some period. Okay, so if you consider this as E, okay, this is E, right? E is nothing but generating. So what is this EM is saying here? EM is maximum value or peak value of that voltage, maximum voltage value or peak voltage, maximum or peak voltage. Okay, so this is nothing but maximum or peak voltage, right? So that means this is EM. So this is the graphical representation of this expression E equal to EM sin omega t. Okay, so this is graphical representation of E is equal to EM sin omega t. Okay, where omega is angular frequency, which is given by 2 pi f. Okay, so I hope you know what is frequency. Frequency is 1 by time period. Reciprocal of time period is frequency. So what is a sine wave here? It is sine wave from 0 to pi by 2, it is positive half cycle. From pi by 2 to pi, it is negative half cycle. So this is positive, this is negative, right? Okay, so the generated EMF, the generated voltage in a generator is AC type. That's why we need to understand AC circuit analysis. Okay, so DC will come after this. So AC will be converted into DC by using a converter, that is called rectifier. Okay, so the original power we get from generator is AC power. So we are going to convert it into DC, then we are going to use it to different applications. That's why we need to understand the source of that power, which is AC power. Okay, so this is about introduction to AC power. So here I need to show you one thing here, that is called phasor. Okay, so here is a phasor. Phasor is nothing but it is a vector which rotates at synchronous speed in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so here you can see this is a phasor. This is a phasor which is nothing but a vector. Okay, vector, and it has a magnitude which equal to peak value of that AC value. Okay, so phasor has a magnitude. Phasor length is magnitude of peak value of that AC voltage, AC parameter. Okay, so you will understand it clearly when we proceed further. So just remember this phasor is a vector which rotates at synchronous speed, is a specific speed which is given by 120 f by p. You will come to know in future classes. Okay, so vector which rotates at synchronous speed in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so you know what is anti-clockwise direction. So this is anti-clockwise direction. So that means phasor is a vector, it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction at synchronous speed. So what is happening is, so when this vector is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, the tip, so here this tip of this vector is drawing a waveform that is called AC waveform. That means, so whenever, so let us see, this is 0 degrees angular, this is 90 degrees angle, and this is 270 degree angle, and this is, so this is 180, right? This is 180 degree angle, this is 270, and here 0 or 360 degrees. Now what happens is, this vector, that is this phasor, is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, and the tip of this phasor is creating a AC wave. So this is what I mean. As this vector is moving in anti-clockwise direction, it is tracing its tip as a AC waveform. Okay, so as it is rotating, okay, so there will be a AC waveform in y-axis. So you can see here, so like this. Okay, and the peak value of this AC wave is nothing but length of the vector. Okay, so let me show you graphically what is happening here. Okay, so this is, here you can see this is a vector, that is a phasor in red color, and you can see how AC wave is being drawn using this vector. Okay, so here let us proceed here. So here, so you can see as that phasor is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, there is a AC waveform on y-axis. Okay, so as it is proceeding from 0 to 360 degrees, there is a complete cycle, there is a complete waveform of AC signal. So this is a phasor actually. Okay, so here you can see when it is 0 degrees, the magnitude of voltage is 0. When it is at 90 degrees, when phasor is at 90 degrees, magnitude has peak value. So whenever it is 180 degrees, it is again 0 value. That means we have obtained that AC voltage expression is Em sin omega t. So that means, so here this peak value is nothing but Em, and here angular frequency is 2 pi f, where f is 1 by time period, right? Time period is nothing but, here you can see time taken to complete a full cycle is nothing but time period, right? Okay, here if we come this, so this is one full cycle, one half cycle, one positive half cycle and negative half cycle is one full cycle. So time taken to get this one full cycle is nothing but time period, and 1 by time period is nothing but frequency. Okay, so we will try to learn these concepts in next class. Okay, so just focus here. Why do we need to learn this AC circuit analysis? Because AC power is being produced at generation, so we need to understand AC circuit analysis. Okay, so I hope in this class I have covered you introduction to AC circuits and phasor. Okay, so phasor is one crucial point. Okay, you will understand it's important when we come across phasor diagrams of machines. Okay, so thank you.